This video is very important for you. We will tell you a testing trick. You will say, wow, in home range you can break open component. We break this component. You can remove it from machine, but you set it on video mode. TTT, you got value. Hello friends, welcome to FutureNet. I am Pankaj Kushwaha. If you repair a mobile motherboard or any other motherboard which has ICs, this video is very important for you. Because in this video we will tell you a testing trick. You will say, wow, we didn't know about this till now. So what we do is whenever we check an IC, whether it is a ball or pin IC, whether it is a power IC or any other. Here I have a board and there is an IC on it. You are watching carefully. There are components all around it. See, there are capacitors on this side too. There are components all around it. Now what is the system on these components? We check input and output. So 1 second, this is our IC. Now our IC is fine, no problem. But we are talking about testing. If there is a phone and it is not turning on, and you are checking the voltage, you are getting all the voltages. You are getting voltage on and off. Now you are testing in that condition. Why is it not turning on? You are testing the IC too. So what you do with the multimeter? Where did you put the red probe? You put it on the ground, sorry. Where will you put your red probe of the multimeter? You put it on ground, minus in G and D. After this you checked this capacitor. Because this is input and the component from here is output. This is output resistor capacitor. In the same way, lines of input and output come in the IC. So what do these components do? Some are of input and some are of output. Even if you have power input. Input goes inside the IC and output comes out. More or less, data can also be there. Data input and output and signal. Input or output. So many times what happens in the system? We check the multimeter by setting it on buzzer mode. On red probe ground. So we checked at this point. So what did we get here? We got value, we got reading. We checked this point too. We got its value. And we said that this component is okay. You are getting reading from both sides. Like we are talking about this component. Any component can be there near the IC. You put one probe here. What did you get? You got value and reading here. Put the second probe here. You got value here too. And you said that this component is okay. This is what happens. Or like you check this. You got reading and reading. You said this is bad. It is reading. This is bad. It has to be changed. It is bad. Or you took it out and found out that other component is bad. That means IC is bad. But many times it happens that your IC is also okay. The components that read and read are also okay. But the component that gives value. Do you know how it is? It is like your friend who praises you long. But as soon as he gets something, he cheats you. It is exactly like this. It is sweet. So you are getting value from both sides. And this component is bad. You will say, how is it possible? How is it possible? How to check it? Isn't it amazing? To check what we have to do. Stay tuned in this video. Now what is the system? You will take this component out. What you will do? You will take it out. When you take it out. After taking it out. You will see that when this component is out. There is a point here. And there is a point here. where the component is. So the value that was coming earlier, that value is still coming. And that value is coming here. It is still coming. What happened now? The component is taken out. Now we will show you the practical view. That value is coming here also. And value is coming here also. The component is not there. You will say, sir, what is it? Exactly when this component is there in series? Understood in series. Now you have to explain for series. Series means plus supply. On plus supply. Suppose your register may be there. Or maybe your capacitor is there. Or maybe your diode is there. Any component will be there in series. Now series means the component here. So it is connected to some other component. Suppose there is a capacitor here. It was connected to that. So it shows the reading of this only. If it is removed. And suppose a diode is connected to this side. Somewhere, so it will show the reading of that. This one here. So you have removed the component. But the point is still there. So the point is still there. Where the component was there. You removed it. And what happened after removing it? When you check the value, the same value is coming on this also. And what should be here is coming. Why? Because the capacitor you have connected. The diode you have connected. Its reading is coming here. Its value is coming here. And the value of this diode is coming here. That's why in both the places, the component which was connected in series, that was the value. Now suppose in series, a component is connected. And if it breaks like this, it is damaged. It is broken. And what you are saying? That, my brother, this is right. Because you are getting value in both the places. You are getting value in both the sides. This is the difference. When we do testing, we see the value. And all the components which give value are not like this. They are correct. So now we will show this practically. We will remove this component. And then we will see. And sometimes the component gets damaged. And how will we check it? So to check, if we check this component, then we will check on ohm range. On which? Sorry, on ohm range. What happens on ohm range? What we get to know about the component. Capacity or capacity. There is some component. It has some resistance. Or some capacity. Which we get to know on ohm range. Now you do one thing. Whenever you get such bored, mobile, that everything is not getting on properly. So you first of all see this. That in series. How many components are there in IC? So the components which are there in series. The components which are there. You check them with multimeter's ohm range. Okay, if that component is correct, then you will get reading here. If that component is not correct, then you will not get reading. And what you mostly do? You set it on buzzer mode. You said TTT. You got value. It is correct. And with that you can remove only short component. And in this way, if you want, on ohm range, you will recognize open component, which are there in series, which are giving value. So now we will show you practically. And if you like the video, then like it. And if you want to learn practically, perfectly mobile software hardware can come to my institute. Okay, so let's see practically. Is it exactly like this or not? So see, I have board here. And IC is in front of you. Okay, now we set this multimeter. Where we set it. We set it on buzzer mode. First we see series component. That no one beeps from ground. So it is in series. Component OK. So what we did here. We set multimeter on this side. On the side of your camera. OK, and here we check near IC. Value is there on it. Checked on second. On this also value is there. Checked on first. Red probe is on ground. And on this also value is there. And we are putting on second also. Check it, value is there on this also. Put 1 resistor. Value is there on this also. And on this also. What is there? Reading is there. Now with this it will be confirmed that it is in series. Now comes the value. Now see the value here. How much is coming? 273, and how much is coming on this side? Around 500. Now we break this component. You can remove it from machine. But video will be long. We break this component. Break it. See, value is coming there. And this side. Value is also coming there. So means if this component was broken, then we can find out the value of series. Because reading is different even if this component is not there. Even if this component is not there. Value is same. So is it near IC or not? So we teach you these things like this. Because things are there. Because testing is not done properly. Till then, how will you repair the board? So we teach you these things. There are many tricks like this, which we try to teach you, so that you learn perfectly. So you saw how value was coming there. We removed component, but still value is coming. Now if we want to check this component, then we will check it on ohm range. And check its capacity. Means some value will be there. And this capacity is correct. It can be capacitor, resistor, diode. Any component can be there. Thank you. See you in a new video.